Oh, I'm telling you, that Valerie, what a kidder. What a kidder she is. Look what she sent. An octopus. I don't know. I don't know. I'm working on a plan. It's walnut. I can't pass up walnut, no matter the existing shape. I think we can probably figure something out, but I haven't done it quite yet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or as we like to say here at Shady Acres Woodshop. Howdy. Let's take a little closer look at it. Well, I was going to try and hold it up here to give you a little closer look, but I can't get it all in the frame if I do that. So what I'm thinking, of course, is turning a crotch portion of this, and there may be two crotches in here that I can get at. We'll look at it. I'm thinking of cutting this piece off, and we'll go with this crotch here in the middle right here. So that means cut this off, cut this off, cut this one off, cut this one off, and cut this one off. This is just going to be unwieldy. I'm going to look like an idiot at the bandsaw, so I'm not going to show it to you, but I am going to take it over to the bandsaw so that we end up with something in this area right here. And all these smaller pieces won't go to waste. You've seen me make several quick and easy bowls, or maybe candle holders, or who knows what. Lots of uses for these pieces. I'm not going to just cut them off and throw them away. That's not going to happen, especially with walnut. So let me go to the bandsaw, make these cuts. I'll be back here in a little bit and show you what we have. I got two large pieces out of my cuts. There's about 6 or 7 of the branch pieces that I'll be able to use for vases or flower pots or candle holders or whatever, something like that. Even some little bowls. And then I got this piece, which would make probably a nice vase this way. Could actually get a bowl out of it this way, a good size bowl, because that's about 4 inches thick, about 6 inches across here. So that's a nice piece, but that's not what we're turning today. Today we're turning this gorgeous crotch into a gorgeous bowl, and I just can't even wait. I've marked my center point here, right there. So I'm going to take this over here to the drill press, and I'm going to take you with me, and we'll cut a flat spot in the center of this for my chuck jaws to rest against. I'll drill a hole for my woodworm screw, and we'll get this mounted up on the lathe and get to turning. It's going to be fun. That was a 2.5 inch Forstner bit. Now I've just changed to a 3.5 inch Forstner bit so that I can drill the hole a little larger. And that will do the trick. It's a little out of balance, so we're going to be turning at about 600 RPM. I'm going to wear a glove because the pieces are going to hurt coming off of here at this angle. I'm going to use a 5/8 inch bowl gouge, mask, and face shield on. Oh, this is going to be pretty. A nice mix of walnut and walnut bark with lots of, just lots of interesting aspects to the piece. I love it already. Well, it looks like we got rid of all of our flat spots. Just need to clean up a few of my cuts. But before I do, I'm going to come down here and work on the bottom. Get a tenon on here. See how wide of a bottom we have and what else I might need to do with this before I finish it up. Well, I see that I need to go up a little higher in order to broaden out this bottom because we only have like half a bottom here. So I'm going to have to go up probably about this far, about a ½ inch, almost 3/4 maybe, to get a broader bottom. I don't need a full bottom, but I need more than what I have. It's going to be tipsy otherwise. So we got to go up. Well, that actually looks better. Let's see if that's going to work. I want to mark out for a tenon. Easiest way to do that is just use my live center. I'm still a little bit worried about it. It'll probably be okay though. Yeah, that'll work. Now I'm going to use this diamond point tool to square up the sides of the tenon. And that's good. Now one thing you don't want to forget to do, bring that live center back up and mark the center of that tenon so you can center it up later when it's time to remove it. I'm going to try and narrow down this bottom a little bit. I think we can get away with it. We've got almost 3/4 of a base there. I should be able to narrow that down some. Yep, that's better. Now I'll come back over here to the side and clean up my cuts and finalize the profile. I think I'll just go ahead and try my negative rake scraper and clean this side up. There's not really a lot I can do to change the profile that would make it better than it is. So I'll try this just to clean it up. And by the way, there's a gentleman that's asked me twice in the comments where to get this. And I've answered him twice, and I think he might be one of those guys that hasn't changed his YouTube settings to allow himself to see the replies. You have to do that. Go into your settings. If you think I'm not replying to you, you think I'm not reading your comments, you think I'm not giving you a heart, go into your settings and change them so that you can see my replies, because you will know that I've read your comment. I don't always reply. I do answer questions. I try hard to answer every question. But I do make an effort to make it so that you know I've read your comment. Anyway, so just in case he doesn't know how to change his settings or doesn't change them or something, he wanted to know where this came from. This is a Benjamin's Best. It's a number LX130. It's a 1.5 inch round nose scraper that I reground to negative rake. It's 36 degrees top and bottom. It doesn't come this way. It comes only with the grind on the bottom. I put the grind on the top. So there you go. That's where this comes from. Oh, that's the name of it. It didn't come from there. It came from Penn State Industries. I don't like to mention them because their customer service isn't, well, you can get Benjamin's Best at a few places online. Okay, so we're going to give that a try just to clean up my cuts. And I made a mistake, not on this, on this. It wasn't about this. I get asked about this constantly, and that's what I was thinking. It was about, Phil, where do you get your 5/8 inch bowl gouge? The answer is the same. It's a Benjamin's Best. You can find them online at a few places. 5/8 inch bowl gouge, Benjamin's Best. Almost all of my high-speed steel tools are Benjamin's Best, just in case you were wondering. Okay, we're almost there. A little more cleanup. All right, time for sanding. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get this done tonight. Look at that, it's 5:45. I still have to go in and cook my dinner. Homemade hash and eggs, yeah. But I'll give it a go. I'm going to use my Sandoflex at 120 grit, and then I'll do 180 grit after that, and then that's as fine as I'll go. I'm going to use that here, and then I'm going to use it along the top edge to sand whatever bark I can reach along the top there. Some of it's going to be turned away, of course. After I finish that, I'll switch to a 2-inch disc at 80 grit, and I'll work up through 400 grit, and I'll show you what both of those look like as soon as I get my mask on. So that's just a sample of what it looks like. I'll be doing a lot more of that. But that cleans it up and smooths it out, makes it feel good, but it doesn't change the appearance of it. And then with the lathe spinning in reverse at about 380, and that's what that looks like. If I get it done, I'll bring you back and we'll put some sanding sealer on there. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I was able to get it done. I worked hard. I didn't want to face starting the day off tomorrow with sanding, you know what I mean? Nothing worse than that. And as long as I got that done, I might as well get the first coat of this sanding sealer on here. Dinner will be at 8, which is sort of typical anyway, so that's just the way it is. This is going to look pretty nice, I think. It's so rare that I get to turn walnut. I have turned a few pieces, but it's just not that common around here. I've got some sanding sealer in this little can and my brush, and I'm just going to brush it into this bark inclusion and then up along the top edge where I use my Sandoflex. And you can't see up here, so I'm going to let you go. I'm just going to work real fast so I can get to my dinner. I'm getting hungry. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'll get 2 coats of this on. One tonight, one tomorrow morning. And I don't know if I'll put the shellac on. If I do, I'll put on 2 coats of that as well. If I don't, I'll put it on when I do the inside of the bowl. Do the inside and the outside at the same time. I just don't know. But in any event, I'll see you tomorrow. I have the piece turned around with the tenon mounted up in the chuck. We're going to be turning at 1100 RPM, 5/8 inch bowl gouge, mask and face shield on. Yeah, I think that's right where I want to be. I wanted to leave this. This was already existing, this thin piece right here. And now we have about the same over here. So that's where we want to be. We'll just keep on trucking. I'm going to do a little shear scraping right here, clean up my cut. My. I hope we don't lose that as we go down further. That's pretty nice, huh? But I must go down further. Can't stop now. I'm going to go sharpen up. I want to see if that pattern's still in there. We're losing some of it. Still looks good. Getting thinner for sure. And speaking of thin, let's see where we are here. Yeah, about a half an inch. I'm going to take about another 1/4 inch away. And that's not much. So we got to be careful. Shear scraping. I think we're probably there. Maybe a little bit more. Or maybe I'll use my scraper. Work pretty nicely on the outside. I just don't like them much. A lot of times they just tear the wood up, you know. I guess I'd say I'm pretty happy with that. Got a pretty even wall thickness. Got about a 1/4 inch in the bottom. Time for sanding. This might take a little while. It's kind of difficult with these different heights and projections sometimes, so it takes a little longer because I have to use such a light touch. But we'll get it done. I'm going to start sanding with my 2-inch sanding disc at 80 grit. Work up through 400 just like I did on the outside. And I'll show you what that looks like as soon as I get my mask on. And then in reverse as well. Well, that's not too bad. I'll bring it back here in a bit and we'll put some sanding sealer in there. See you in a bit. Well, let's see what this is going to look like. I think it's going to look pretty nice. Indeed. Indeed it does. What do you think? That looks pretty good, huh? Okay, I'm applying sanding sealer as I did on the outside. I have not put shellac on the outside yet. I'm going to put that on same time I do the inside of this. This is the first of 2 coats of sanding sealer and then 2 coats of shellac over the whole thing. And I'll bring you back in a little bit and we'll take off the tenon. Yay! See you in a bit. I've got a block of wood mounted up in my chuck. I'm going to place a non-slip cloth over that and bring up the bowl. And bring up my tailstock. I still have that center hole there for reference, so I can just drive my live center into that, and that will center the piece on that block of wood. And bring up the tool rest. We'll spin the piece up, see if it's running true. I'll just hold my thumbnail against the edge of the tenon there to confirm that it is very true. We'll turn the speed up to about 600 RPM. I'm going to grab a 3/8 inch bowl gouge and commence removing that tenon. I'm going to place my bowl gouge over the sides of the base and check for clearance to be sure that this is above this, and it is, so we know it'll set flat on a table. Going to adjust my tool rest a little bit closer and a little bit higher. Then I'm going to grab a 3/8 inch swept back bowl gouge so that I can get in there closer and tighter. I'm going to turn the speed down to about 400 RPM and just keep working it away. Well, apparently, apparently, oh boy, I forgot to turn the camera back on when I adjusted my tool rest. I've just cut off the little nub, sorry. Now I'm going to take it over here to the workbench, sand it up, sign it, and get it finished. I'll be right back. Be sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can see the before and after shots of this piece. If you'd share the video, wow, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you very kindly. Well, here it is. One walnut live edge crotch bowl in the books with the obligatory ET reference. He shows up in so many crotch pieces, just can't be helped, I guess. I just love that bark inclusion there. The piece is just pretty darn beautiful, I think. Wonderful colors, nice tight grain, tight bark, and then that interior, so much to see going on there. Very nice piece of wood. There's the bottom, all finished up. I thought maybe this would be the front, and then I thought this would be the front, and actually either one works. It's just a real nice piece, and so smooth. Boy, I just wish you could touch it. Oh my. Nice piece. Thank you, Valerie, for sending this along for all to enjoy. If you like this video, thumbs up please, I'd sure appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, holy cow, how cool are you? Thank you so much for that. If you're not a subscriber, you might consider becoming one. I put out regular videos about 1 a week, and I'd like to keep in touch. An easy way to subscribe and become cool is to just click my picture you see there at the end of the video. Your comments are always welcome, and I love reading them. So for now, this is Phil, Shady Acres Woodshop, signing off.